Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 5th of December, and today we are starting with a huge news story. Now, before we do get into it, if you are enjoying these daily news videos, be sure to hit the like button, drop us a comment, and please do subscribe. Now, today, Charles Hoskinson has come out and said, Vitalik is going to jail. Very juicy start, let's get straight into it. Now, this story, I've got to say, made me laugh. Now, Vitalik Buterin will go to prison as rival founder, Cardano founder, that is, Charles Hoskinson, has made this comparison. Now, today we saw CoinDesk's most influential list announced, and he tweeted the following. Fast fact. Appearing on CoinDesk's most influential list carries an 18% chance of facing a prison sentence. This is juicy to say the least. Now, since 2014, Vitalik has appeared on this list 4 times, and it's very interesting. Now, let's have a look at it. Let us have a look at it. Now, as you can see, Vitalik is numero uno, but when we look at who else has been on it, you can see he's got a pretty strong point. Do Kwon has been on it twice. Jail. You can also see CZ. CZ is also on this list. Potentially going to jail. And numero uno, the worst one on the entire list, Sam Bankman-Fried. He's been on it twice. Jail. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Hoskinson has a point, and statistically, you know, you would argue that you have a 1 in 5 chance, if you appear on this list, of ending up in jail. So this isn't shots fired, I've got to say. It's a funny story, and you know what? We like a little bit of entertainment, so nice work. Now, Brazil's largest bank has launched crypto services. Yes, that's right. Now, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Itaú Unibanco has introduced the cryptocurrency trading services for its clients. Now, this story was released by Reuters, which is a recognized news outlet all around the world. And this is Brazil's largest bank. Now, we have seen in the last few weeks and months a huge power shift to South America. Now, it's worth noting many exchanges and many projects noticed this months and months and months ago and started transitioning a lot of their campaigns to the South American audience. We are seeing more and more governments, politicians, organizations in the South American region actively opening up to cryptocurrency, and this is a massive step forward for everybody involved. Well done. Now let's have a look at the IRS. The IRS has detected a rise in cryptocurrency tax investigations. Now, the tax investigations are attributed to unreported earnings from neglecting undisclosed or disclosed capital gains and including cryptocurrency mining profits. Now, of course, the IRS, everybody that's American, you know the IRS very well, but for those that don't, it's basically how Americans report their tax. You know, it's the tax body or the HMRC over in the US. Now, actually, the reporting of tax is not just a US thing. We saw this week that the UK also came out and they're clamping down on it, and they've actually started to upskill their staff in recognizing undisclosed potential earnings or losses from individuals. Now, the IRS has actually stated in its annual report that it initiated over 2,600 unique investigations and identified over $37 billion in proceeds attached to tax and financial crimes. Whew, very, very messy story. Remember, always pay your tax. Now, on the topic of tax, let's go over to Qatar. Now, Qatar is rumoured to be investing $500 billion into Bitcoin investments. And this has fueled a lot of excitement within the crypto space. And it's not just crypto investments, it is within the Bitcoin industry and sector within our whole ecosystem of which we love. Now, we've seen the Saudis come in. We've seen very many Middle Eastern organizations actively produce, enable new produce. And when I'm saying produce, they are bringing brand new projects out. They are facilitating meeting points for great people within the space to come and just be creative and create new substantial ideas that affect our everyday lives, which is pretty incredible. I think that this is a huge news story. I can't wait to see where it goes. This fills me with excitement. Now, the XRP price has dipped significantly, and there's a few reasons for this, but here's one reason that I wanted to share with you today. 24 million XRP tokens have recently been transferred, and this was alerted by Whale Alert. Now, the amount of tokens is worth $14.8 million, and the movement was recorded between an unknown wallet and a prominent exchange called Bitstamp. Now, we know that XRP fees are relatively low, so they paid next to nothing for removing these XRP onto the platforms, and it's caused this effect. You can see there was a hell of a lot of anticipation into yesterday's price movement. We hit highs of 64 cents, and right now at the time of this video, we're at 61 cents. You can see its market cap in the last 24 hours has decreased by 3.29%. I mean, when you see that they just locked the monthly unlock again, you'd expect this story to be a lot more positive than it is. I mean, if you look at the volume in the last 24 hours is up 45%, which would suggest there's more people trading this, actively trying to swing their way in and out. This is a volatile point for XRP, and its next move is crucial. Now, while we're on the topic of figures, let's get into what has gone on with Bitcoin. As you can see, we tried to attempt the top of the range, and the current price of Bitcoin right now is $41,881, and we could see a test of the top of the range, which, as a reminder, is $42,400. Reminder, the bottom of the range, $39,460. Let's see what comes. There's nothing too exciting. We're waiting for tomorrow. We are expecting some announcements from the US. Let's wait and see. But with Ethereum, we are seeing a test of the lower range. Now, reminder, the price of Ethereum right now is $2,207. The bottom of the range is $2,175, and the top of the range is $2,340. Right now, like I say, $2,207. Not much to be excited about in this range, but could we see a springboard up and a catalyst to touch the top? Who knows? I think it's a tough ask unless we get some exciting developments within the space. But I do want to draw your attention to this. The Fear and Greed Index is currently at 79. It's one of the highest we have seen this year, but the global cryptocurrency market cap is at $1.54 trillion, which is a decrease of 0.11% in the last 24 hours. Guys, I don't want to fall in love with this. This could be a small trap. Of course, that's not financial advice. Let's sit back and see what happens, but I'm not falling in love just yet and riding that rocket to the moon. We're sitting back and we are waiting patiently to see what happens. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the numbers. Now, Bitcoin in the last 24 hours is up 0.09%, but Ethereum is down 1.66%. BNB is up 0.11%. XRP is down 1.4%. Solana is down 1.22%. But look at some of these weekly wins. Bitcoin is up over 12%. Ethereum up over 8%. BNB is still up over 0.5%. Solana is up over 7.5%. When you zoom out and you look at these figures, you will see a positive census. But the important thing is, and one of the reasons that I like crypto bubbles, when you go in, you can see opportunity happening all the time. And as you can see above my head, there are so many different bubbles signifying different trading opportunities and different feelings from within the markets. Now, the consensus of where the markets are heading are not clear, and you can see that behind me. So for that reason, I'm sitting back and waiting to see what happens and trusting the ranges of which I highlighted. Now, remember, nothing that I do say on these videos is financial advice. As always, please do your own research. And if you enjoy this content, be sure to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and please subscribe. That's all for today. If you enjoyed it, there's one last thing to say. Of course there is. Let's go.